Okay, Gaffer, 2-2 draw against Chesham. I guess that feels more like a defeat really rather than a draw.
Yeah, definitely. Gotta say this first, credit to our group of players for coming back after a very, very disappointing first half. I thought we wasted the entire first half in terms of what we're asking our group of players to do, and they've gone and played their own game, played out of context, and it's important that we recognize that. And the first half goal that we conceded sums our first half performance up in terms of communication, in terms of dealing with one forward. We told them there was going to be one forward, and then we ball watching. And it's important that we learn and learn fast. It's about the desire. It's about knowing what's next, what ifs, doing the basics, being ready, and then defending both boxes. Credit, we got ourselves, a goal back, and our players went. They showed a lot of quality. Corfest scored a blinder in terms of to go 2-1 up, and then we've shot ourselves in the foot again at the end, at the very dying second of the game.
And you say as well that fact that we pretty much wasted the first half. Did you feel like you had to really rough them up a little bit at half time, just sort of getting going?
Oh, definitely. Listen, at the end of the day, we have to help the boys, but we have to be truthful. And teams are going to come here. We told them teams are going to make sure they try and use all the tactics in the book, that the experience that they've got. They're going to waste time. They're going to delay. They're going to go down. And we said all of that. We told the boys that, when we told them, stay alive, concentrate 90 minutes, because don't get distracted by all of that. But we wanted a good intensity in our play in terms of our forward movements. We didn't actually see enough runners off the ball, players running with purpose, especially in the first half. And that forced my hand, and I had to make changes because it wasn't right. And I thought the substitutes that came on in John Benton, gave us that creativity, gave us a foothold in the game. But also, Shaq came on and did what was required. As much as he wasn't winning the first headers, he was letting the defenders have free headers and heading it back 30 meters, which we did analyze. We did analyze that, and we told the players, if you allow them to have free headers, they are good headers of the ball. They will head it 30 yards back, and you're going to end up facing your own goal. But Shaq came on and did exceptionally well to stop that. And Jordan Hicks has come on and won entirely all the area duels, put his foot in, and it's good to see him back. And this is what it's about heart in football. In games like this, you got to have that desire, to try and win those first, second phases and third phases if you can.
And you say as well about Higgsy coming back in. Obviously, we've missed him in the team quite a bit, and you could see it out there. Obviously, from the difference he made when he came on, because like I say, he pretty much dictated the play in midfield, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Listen, we've said about it, not that we're discrediting what the group has done, the players that have played in that position, what they've done in terms of, Bivesh Krasniki, they've all played a role in there. However, when you've got experience in there, it does help. The know-how does help, and he's shown that. And again, we have to be mindful as well with his fitness. He's not had plenty of minutes, since the first game of the season. So we have to make sure as a management team we manage his minutes right, and and look in depth how we've considered the first and especially the second goal. And I hope our group of players are as sick as I am in terms of conceding that second goal with 15 seconds left in the game. We said football is about both boxes. How do you defend your goal, and how do you impact the opposition's goal when you go up there? And I don't think we quite done it in terms of seeing the game out. And and we can't keep going. It's going to come. We have to learn, and we have to draw a line under it and move on. However, we have to make sure at the same time we hold ourselves accountable. And I've said exactly that to our group of players, how I feel.
Yeah, and that's it. Obviously the first goal was a bit calamitous, I think it's fair to say. Is it sort of just a lack of communication was it between Alexei and George? Have they said who called for it?
We've let too many things bounce. We told our players, we told them what sort of forwards they were up against. We've analysed, we've watched video clips, footages of their movements. They're going to hook things in behind. We've given all these details to the players. So it's down to them to start executing it. And now I'm looking, and I have to say, are we good enough in taking in information? Because we don't seem to, one or two might be thinking they are safe in terms of, they're going to be automatic starters. But if they don't, I'm going to change things, and I'm going to change it really fast, like I'm doing, really, really fast.
Yeah, and you're going to need a big reaction, obviously, after today's result against Herne Bay. Like pretty much FA Cup though, nice little local derby. Chance really to sort of maybe a bit of redemption. But as they've seen in the last round from Herne Bay, they'll prove a really difficult opposition, I think, won't they, for us?
No, we have to get over the disappointment of today. I'm not even thinking about Herne Bay right now. We have to watch that video back. We have to watch the entire game. The management team, it's our job to analyze and then look at where we're really, really lacking in terms of the areas on the pitch. Have we got the personnel in the right place? Are they working the relationships? Are they building a good partnership? And there were a lot of things I saw today in that first half that didn't look like us. And I have to be honest with our players. And we'll go over it, especially the defenders and the midfielders who have to go over stuff during the week. But for now, we have to get our recovery phase. And like I said to the players in there, I hope they're as disappointed as we are. And I know our fans were tremendous today. They've been tremendous in supporting us, and I'm sure, yes, they clapped us off, but they will be disappointed in the manner that we considered in that last kick of the game, because we should have seen the game out. But unfortunately, that's football, and we have to dust ourselves off again, and we have to pick the players up, and we'll go again.
Well, thanks for your time, Gaffer. We'll speak again later.
Thank you.
Week.